Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Paul here. I recently installed a VXT automatic water feeder on my boiler. This is it here. I have it shut down right now because I didn't want it to kick on as I was draining the boiler. The problem I'm having is my boiler is leaking from the sight glass here, so I ordered new seals for that. I will put the size and the link for these, the common ones, in the video description. They're just rubber seals. When it tightens down, it expands on the thread area and the glass and seals it from leaking. So what you're going to need to do is shut your boiler down, or you could leave it on and test your low water cutoff and see if your low water cutoff activates and your automatic water feeder activates. Then shut the boiler down. But anyway, to drain the boiler, you just open this valve until you see the water go below the sight glass. Usually you can pull these out so you can remove that sight glass. Mine are corroded, so I can't get those out, so I'm just reaching in around here with a pair of channel locks. I'll get it out that way. These don't need to be on super crazy tight, just enough to compress that rubber so it seals. I believe I drained it low enough to where I'm not going to have any water flowing out all over the place. Try not to break the glass when you're removing this. Actually, I'm going to slow down right now because I tend to start rushing when I'm on camera, and that's when bad things happen. So there's no need to rush. Excuse me, my throat has got an itch. So I'm not replacing the sight glass, just the seals. I cleaned the sight glass up enough where I can see clearly where the water level is at. When I fill this, I'm going to do it with the boiler off, so my water feeder doesn't do counts on how many gallons went in. I want that on 0 and see how many times it fills on its own. So you got to clean the crud off of the water sight glass. It's all dirty from the fitting up there. So I'm going to rinse this off in the sink first. I'm hoping these rubber seals that are in here aren't so damn hard that I'm going to have to burn the fittings to get it out. But that's a possibility. A lot of crud on this glass. Off camera, I'm going to get in there with a little screwdriver or something and try to clean that corrosion off of there, that rust I mean. So let me see if I can do that now actually. This thing was actually clogged before where it wasn't giving a good reading on the water level. There was so much crap in there. I ran some wire down in the valves there and cleaned it out. I don't want to chip this glass because then I'll be screwed without a furnace. So I'm not going to worry about getting that spotless. I wish I had a small wire brush to run through there, but I don't have anything that size. I'm going to use that end. I got some of it out. Most of it came out. And so I'm getting these fittings off of this glass before I wind up breaking that. Put that here where it's going to be safe, I hope. Putting it in a tray actually. Now I'm going to take these over to my bench with a screwdriver and a pick tool and see if I can get these old seals out of here. Bring my pick set. Don't crush them in your vise. Oh, those are hard as a rock. I got a Phillips head. I got the wrong screwdriver, damn it. Save the comments on the messy basement. I got a load of tools, a lot of crap down here, and I'm cleaning it up. That's why it's such a disaster right now. I'm in the midst of sorting everything out with storage I bought, and I'm labeling things so I can find them, because after I move things, I'm gonna be lost. These are hard as a rock. That's why this thing was leaking. Yeah, these things are hard as a rock. I might have to burn this to get these the hell out of here. There it goes, breaking up. Yeah, they're not even rubber anymore. They're like plastic. I bought a set of these seals. I got 6 of them for the same price I would have paid for 2. I figured I may as well have them on hand. Like I said, I'll put the links for this stuff in the video description for you and post it on the video itself, the size of them. I think they're 5/8 if I recall correctly, but I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that. Like I said, look for the text. Yeah, I think I'm going to wind up cooking these fittings to get all this crap out of here. The change of temperature, continual fluctuation in temperature makes these things harden up, and you will get a leak. You do not want leaks on your boiler. Even if you got an auto water feeder going to add water, when you add water, you're adding oxygen, and oxygen is not good for your system. Causes things to oxidize and rust, and will shorten the life of your boiler and components. So you don't want to be dumping any unneeded water in your system. If you can prevent any leaks, do so. Be careful not to destroy the thread on here when you're trying to get these seals out of here. Boy, this is really corroded. I mean, hardened up like a rock. If your boiler was hot when you pull these out, fill it slowly. You don't want to shock your boiler and cause it to crack. These are cast iron. They will crack if you shock a hot boiler with a blast of cold water. Not a good idea. I know nobody wants that to happen. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean these up, guys. I have a fitting brush for doing copper tubing. I'm going to get that wire brush and clean them out with that. And we'll be back. No need to video all of this boring crap for you guys. I think you can figure out how to clean fittings off. This is real basic stuff, but I've had people comment in the comment section. Sometimes I will post things, and people who are not familiar with the topic will have a hard time understanding what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to do things that are real basic now sometimes, and hopefully help somebody out that has no experience in doing anything like this. I don't know whether I brought that brush down here yet or not, or it's upstairs. It's still upstairs. See, I've got room here now. I'm starting to organize all my tools and belongings. So we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, we're back again. All right, what I used to clean this, because I just happen to have this on hand, is a fitting brush. This side is 1/2 inch, this side is 3/4. You got for the insides of fittings, and then the copper tubing. This was pretty good at cleaning the thread up on this, and I just used a flathead screwdriver to get the rest of that crap out of the bottom there. I'm going to see if I can get in there with my pick a little bit better. Probably mineral buildup and stuff. We have very hard water here. I actually had it eat up some brass fittings on me by my washer. I was glad I wound up coming in the basement that day. I walked down here and there was water all over the place. Now, the minerals in the water ate right through it. It's another concern with a leaky boiler, is you're continually dumping more minerals in there as well, which you don't want. So, I'll get your ring on there. I have silicone grease I may use to help get this on here, because like I said, I don't want to break this tube. I think I'm going to put a little bit of silicone grease on these fittings to help me get them on there easier. And I don't know where that is because I moved everything. I've got silicone spray. Maybe I can use that. See if that'll help a little bit. Silicone is safe for rubber seals. It's not going to eat it up. Some petroleum-based lubricants like WD-40 and stuff like that can break down rubber. So you would not want to use that on here. I'll edit this search out so I don't waste your time with me looking for that. There it is. I think I'm going to put these in some hot water and soften them up. Alright guys, I got them on, but I had to get creative. I put them in boiling water, then I slipped them over my needle nose pliers trying to stretch them out a little bit, and I had to use a little petroleum based lubricant on them. I actually used A&D ointment. Whatever works, right? Now, they're on. They're not supposed to be that fucking tight. I don't know what the deal is. I'm going to slide this up here with it off. I want to be somewhat even on my glass. Start your threads by hand. Getting blinded by the light that I need to help me see. Things are so hard that I'm having a hard time even getting it on the thread, and I don't want to cross thread it. I don't want to slip with that tube and break this glass on a Sunday night either. Alright, that's on right. I'm gonna back this other one off and restart it again till I feel it drop into the thread. My top thread didn't take, it came off. Just wanted to be sure I'm not cross-threading this son of a bitch. That would not be pretty. You don't have to go crazy tight with these. Gotta snug them up. You can still turn that by hand. Could always tighten it up more. I'm going to add some water now. I'm using the manual bypass. Start it slow. So you got your water feeder. This goes by your low water cutoff. Then you have this loop that goes around with a valve. That's your manual bypass to add water into the boiler. I still have the boiler breaker off. If you do want to test your low water cutoff now, you could turn your boiler on before you add water, but just make sure it does not fire more than a couple of seconds. And then a light should come on and your water feeder should kick on. The fire should go on and turn off very quickly. I like to go a little above my water level because as it starts firing and making steam, that water level is going to drop. All right, I do not see any leaks at all. I'm going to leave this bucket under here. If I come down and find water in it, then there's a slow leak and I'll have to tighten that up a little bit more, but it looks like that's good for now. If you were going to feed it with your automatic water feeder, if you have a VXT programmable water feeder, you could just push this button and it will monitor the water that you put in the system. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to be doing a video on the installation of that water feeder, how to do that, and how to sweat copper pipe. And then I will also do a video on wiring in one of those digital water feeders there. And it looks like my camera is filming upside down. I'm going to turn it off and start again. It looked like my camera was filming upside down. I don't know why it did that, but... So be patient with people that make YouTube videos. It's not a Hollywood production. Pain in the ass sometimes. You know, you got your mind on what you're doing. I thought I was going to break that sight glass. Those damn things were so tight. They're not supposed to be that hard. Those might have been old. But they're working better than what I had on there. It's not leaking right now, so I went crazy. I knew I was doing the wiring right, and I couldn't get this thing, this autofill, to work correctly. What they did, these idiots wired things in backwards. They had the white wire as the hot lead and the red as the neutral leg. So it was all throwing me off. I was testing with my meters and all this stuff, but I finally got it, and it's working right now. So what this does, if the water drops to where the low water cutoff will engage, it'll shut the fire off. This will turn on and feed the boiler water. You can program this auto feed to wait for several minutes. There's different settings in there, from like 2 minutes to 15 minutes or whatever it is, or 14 minutes. I forget exactly what the increments are. And you can also set the water feed as water cutoff, low water cutoff, which is how it comes from the factory. I have mine set for 1 gallon because that's approximately what this boiler takes from low water to normal operating level. Now this water feeder, if you have a problem, let's say you get a leak in your boiler, some of these other feeders will keep dumping water in your boiler. If this does 2 consecutive cycles, it will go into lock flood protection mode. So that's what I like about that type of water feeder. That's why I put this on here. I put 2 unions on if you need to take it off to service it, but I don't need to remove it. I can just open this bolt right here, this nut here, and there's a screen in here that'll be serviced once every year. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll put links in the video description. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I get a small kickback from Amazon if you buy tools from my links. It's at no added cost to you. That comes off of Amazon's end. And I would greatly appreciate it if you would give a like and subscribe. If you hate the video, comment in the comment section. Whatever shows YouTube somebody's watching helps our channel grow. The big guys are taking over with the algorithm, and the little guy phased into the netherworld, the purgatory. So I would greatly appreciate your support for the channel, guys. Take care, stay safe, take good care of your boilers. They'll keep your ass warm. Take good care of your cars. They'll take good care of you. Take good care of your tools, and most of all, take good care of yourselves, your family, and your loved ones. Bye bye. See you soon.